opportunity, peace, wealth, prosperity, wisdom.
I can't watch this.
As soon as Kody started reading the mission statement,
I can't watch this. I can't watch this. I'm sorry, I need a break. I can't. Oh my.
Absolutely, I laughed the entire time she was losing it. From meltdown to door slam, it was pure entertainment. Sympathy? For Robyn? Please. Am I supposed to feel sorry for someone who didn't lose a husband or a father, but still wants to play the victim card like it's an Olympic sport? Remember Christine's dead-on comment about Robyn's personality being dramatic? That sums it up perfectly, and the cherry on top, the door slamming right after she ducks off camera, like a stage exit after the big cry scene. Let's be real, Robyn is dead last in the sympathy line, way behind the OG wives and their kids who actually had something to lose. She's basically using full-blown histrionics to grab attention, the same tired routine she's run before. Honestly, I don't get how she isn't mortified by her own behavior. I mean, I've had my share of embarrassing moments that keep me up at night, but this woman, she's on a nationally televised show, behaving like a child throwing a tantrum, and apparently she's fine with that. Something's seriously off, and let's not fool ourselves. This isn't about the family breaking up. It's about her not wanting to be the one everyone blames. She's stuck in the cry to get out of trouble phase, like a kid who thinks tears will magically erase her messes. It just makes her look worse, like a cheater breaking down instead of owning up. Meanwhile, the rest of the wives, they actually invested, sacrificed, and believed in something real. They put their needs aside for the family dream. Robyn, she's just riding the gravy train. Paid nanny, bills covered, big fancy house, all made possible because others bought into the fantasy. So no, she has zero right to cry like she's the one devastated. Everyone else lost that dream, but at least they're trying to save what's left, and they're better off without her lies and manipulations. And the best part, when confronted, Robyn acts clueless, flipping out at the drop of a hat, while the rest stay calm. Meanwhile, Kody's busy playing defense for her, gaslighting the others with Robyn did nothing wrong. You're the problem, even when she clearly is. Enabler extraordinaire. We've got so much to dive into today, so let's not waste any time. Let's jump straight into it. Hey everyone, what's up? It's Elena here, and welcome back to my channel Reality Nexus X. Robyn spills more tea about Kody's legendary sacred covenant. Remember that bombshell Jen dropped when Kody admitted he didn't love the OG3? Yeah, that one. When Robyn said she spoke Kody, what she really meant was she knew he couldn't care less what the other wives thought. Her grand offer to be their voice was basically her way of managing all their relationships with him, so everyone would stay in line and keep supporting her. Spoiler alert, it wasn't some deep Kody speak wisdom. Nope, it was straight-up manipulation. She was covering for him, making sure he didn't spill the beans about wanting a monogamous relationship way back when. She was basically his acting coach for playing the long game. Part of the magic between Kody and Robyn is their shared genius-level cluelessness, all while trying to manipulate everyone else. Kody obviously fed Robyn a steady diet of negativity about his existing marriages, because honestly, who in their right mind walks down the aisle promising to bail if they fall out of love? That's like planning your divorce and wedding on the same day. The OG3 wanted to trust Robyn, but eventually, even Meri admits that trust was a lost cause. Oh, and here's the kicker. Every time Robyn caught even a whiff that Kody had been romantic, sexual, or just having fun with the other wives, or showed any special attention to their kids, she made his life miserable for weeks. She actively sabotaged his chances at having any decent relationship outside herself. The look back I really want to see? Isabel's surgery. I've said it before, that was the season I started watching, and that moment told me everything I needed to know about the disaster duo, Kody and Robyn. Let's be honest. Watching Kody twist himself into a pretzel trying to justify not just abandoning his daughter, but actively mocking her while she prepared for major surgery. That's the kind of Olympic-level gaslighting the show was made for. And then there's Robyn, trotting out that priceless excuse about how Solomon couldn't possibly survive being away from his dad for the time required to follow their own COVID rules. The same rules they broke daily for the nanny, by the way. We all know exactly how the rehash would go. Robyn would clutch her pearls and insist she had nothing to do with Kody's decision. Kody would blame COVID, toss in a jab about his terrible relationship with Christine, and maybe mumble something about how he could have done better. Cue Robyn diving in with her usual, "You were just trying to protect the whole family and all the kids," followed, of course, by sobbing. Kody would grunt, maybe shrug, and boom, scene over. Isabel? Not even a mention. This right here is when Robyn should have stepped up for the family she claims to care so much about. I mean, one woman lets a man lounge around her house while his daughter goes through spinal surgery alone. And then he has the audacity to show up for someone else's wedding like he's father of the year. Absolutely not. The fact that no one is pressing them on this, that he can skip his own child's major surgery and still get away with trashing Christine on national TV, is beyond frustrating. This was a defining moment, and they just let it slide. Sweet gesture or full-blown psychotic break? Let's talk about that moment when Robyn gifted Kody a family memory by editing out Christine's kids and replacing them with her own in a custom picture. Every time I see that scene, especially her little speech leading up to it, I get secondhand embarrassment so intense I practically have to leave the room. Seriously, did anyone think that was a thoughtful gift? Because to me, it screamed future Lifetime movie villain. Imagine a storyline where the new wife slowly erases the husband's previous family, one picture at a time. One day he wakes up and boom, no trace of his past life. All the photos, gone. All the kids? What kids? She says with a soft smile. You must have been dreaming, honey. If this happened to someone I knew in real life, I'd be telling her to check her locks and maybe install cameras. Because that kind of behavior is not normal. And let's be real, if Robyn genuinely wanted a big family portrait, wouldn't she include all of the original kids and wives? But no, she made sure the image aligned with her version of the family, the one where she's the center and Christine's kids simply don't exist. Logan's reaction was priceless, pure disbelief. Isabel, on the other hand, looked genuinely hurt, which turned the whole thing from cringy to heartbreaking in seconds. There was nothing sweet about it. If anything, it felt like a calculated move to erase Christine and her kids from Kody's life. Tone-deaf at best, selfish and sinister at worst. From the start, Robyn seemed to have a strategy. Meri? Easy to manipulate, desperate for an ally. Janelle? Not so easily fooled, kept her at arm's length. But Christine? She was the emotional core of the family. So of course, Robyn had to chip away at that, one tradition and memory at a time. And judging by that family sketch she gave Kody, her plan worked a little too well. All right, hear me out. What if Robyn's not actually angling for a divorce, but just wants out of the show? I've been mulling this over ever since we binged those specials. It feels less like a marital meltdown, and more like Robyn is totally over having her and Kody's lives aired for everyone's judgment. Remember that weekend Christine got hitched? Kody and Robyn were spotted jetting off to Texas. Now, with their stash of assets, they could totally set themselves up there. Maybe Kody even lands a job, giving Robyn her precious spending money back. Goodbye Arizona, goodbye OG3 and OG13 drama. Hello low sales tax, cheap living, and a place that actually respects their ultra-conservative vibe. Plus, no more reality show exposing Robyn's perfect life and all those little lies. I bet Robyn's dreaming of shopping sprees without a camera crew lurking around. Meanwhile, she's probably convinced the OG3 will flop without her and Kody in the mix. Honestly, I think she hates the show but can't quit because, surprise surprise, it's basically their only paycheck. They've blown through cash like there's no tomorrow, And if they've got deals with the other wives, hello, payback when they sell that McMansion. That safety net's looking pretty thin. So yeah, not a divorce drama. Just Robyn quietly plotting a Texas escape from the reality TV circus. Janelle is always singing Kody's praises as a good father. Really? Every time she gushes about how amazing he was, I can't help but flash to teenage Logan, who was up at the crack of dawn making breakfast for his siblings before school. Meanwhile, where exactly was Kody? Spoiler alert, not stepping up. Logan ended up playing the dad role more than Kody ever did, at least based on what we saw. Kody's awkward, forced attempts at fatherhood scream, I don't really spend time with these kids. Was Kody truly a good dad? That title came from 20 years of him simply having babies around, because apparently men get a free pass for being good with babies. Babies are easy. They're cute, they think you hung the moon, and love you unconditionally. Kody loved the easy parts. When the boys were out quadding or wrestling, activities he enjoyed, and that probably boosted his fragile ego. But here's the kicker. Kody's love wasn't unconditional. It wasn't the ride or die kind of love. It was transactional. He loved his kids when they glorified him, but he never really put himself out there to care for them. No late-night tuck-ins when mom was working, no middle-of-the-night wake-ups when they were sick, no school runs. Nada. He bragged once about changing 5 diapers, 5. And then there was that time in Vegas when he helped with homework and practically handed himself a medal. Give me a break. Janelle often defends him by saying he's around more than her own dad was. Honestly, that's just sad. It says way more about her dad than it does about Kody. I doubt she really knows what a truly loving, involved father looks like. Also, Janelle's mostly boys, and apparently, Kody favored his son's sports and wrestling over his daughter's interests. Meanwhile, Logan couldn't wait to graduate and leave home. Never looked back. Another casualty of the polygamy circus. So yeah, Janelle's bar for good father was pretty low, and she was okay turning a blind eye to Kody, not even being around to make breakfast. Instead, she just hired Logan for the job. All right, buckle up. Here's my diet conspiracy theory after watching the latest Reality Squad video, where Kody totally loses it on the director during a preview. My take? Production is basically waving a giant neon sign that working with Kody is like wrestling a greased pig. And that's why some juicy questions, like Gade crying or Suki's performance, don't make it to the tell-alls. They're silently telling us, we're doing our best, but this dude? Yeah, good luck making him cooperate. Hear me out. Production has been dropping hints left and right for seasons now, not just through what they say, but through what they don't say. Remember the violins when Robyn had COVID, or how minimal the questioning got? It's their sneaky way of letting us in on how truly abusive Kody is behind the scenes. The wives have bounced, and now they don't have to sugarcoat a thing. Suki can grill all she wants, but Kody's still Kody, the king of superiority complexes, manipulation, and tantrums. He'll talk over everyone, lie, storm off screaming about a kidney like it's the worst thing ever, and throw such a ridiculous tantrum that you forget why you were even watching in the first place. Meanwhile, Robyn's there, crying with those eyebrow waggles that deserve their own spin-off. Production's clearly taking the less is more approach, and honestly, I'm here for it. And let's not forget, Robyn's personality test has been gathering dust for over a decade, yet in just the past 6 months, we've seen her tantrum multiple times, her minions running wild, and Kody acting like a full-on diva every single episode. The off-screen drama is front and center now, giving us a way more balanced, brutally honest look at this dysfunctional family. The OG wives aren't holding back either, letting the real Kody and Robyn shine through in all their messy glory. But seriously, why wouldn't production just show Kody and Robyn as they really are behind the scenes? Kody's not exactly suing TLC anytime soon. And yeah, I'm still waiting on David Preston's tell-all, but I'm guessing he signed a very strict NDA years ago. Oh, and remember when Kody claimed on one of those Mormon podcasts that he's buddies with the producer? Could be true, could be wishful thinking. Either way, it just adds another layer to this hot mess we're all binge-watching. Okay, can someone explain why Kody is acting like Meri committed the ultimate betrayal just because she talked to someone online? Let's get real. This is the guy who had 3 other wives he was actively fooling around with. Yet somehow, he's the one clutching his pearls over Meri having an emotional connection. Hypocrisy doesn't even begin to cover it. This is my first time watching the series, and I just hit this part. If I melted my wedding ring down, you bet I'd be getting my emotional needs met somewhere else too. The sheer audacity of Kody calling it an affair is hilarious. It's just another classic move to pin all the blame on the women for his own screw-ups. And no, just because you slap me first doesn't mean you get to play the victim when I slap back, sweetie. By the time Meri was looking for a shoulder to cry on, Kody had already been treating her like a piece of gum, stuck under his shoe for ages. He reaped exactly what he sowed with those other wives. This whole "she broke the covenant" line is really just an excuse. It's all about saving face for their religion. If Meri's emotional affair means she broke the covenant, then Kody's free to walk away. But if not, then he is the one who broke it, making him the unrighteous one. That's why Robyn is so obsessed. It's about their whole afterlife and personal planet nonsense. Oh, and let's not forget, Robyn's friend was the one who actually introduced Meri to the catfish. Meri didn't go hunting for this mess on her own. Big difference. Let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in the next video. Take care and much love to you all.